Shout out to Bossip.com for posting the following article on June 26th of 2019 titled, Where's Onika? That's Nicki Minaj's real name for the record. Onika Mirage. Onika Tanya Mirage. Where's Onika? Megan Thee Stallion lists her top 5 female rappers, and some Barbz are baffled their queen didn't make the list. Shout out to the Bossip staff for posting this article on June 26th of 2019. Here's they wrote. Megan Thee Stallion lists her top 5 female rappers, and it doesn't include Nicki Minaj. So America's favorite hot girl, Megan Thee Stallion, recently sat down with the Cruise Show on Real 92.3, and she did something everyone was probably waiting for, an adult film. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Wishful thinking. And did something everyone was probably waiting for. She listed her top 5 women MCs of all time. Her list was filled with greats including Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Missy Elliott, and Eve. Then, to top it off, Meg threw in her latest MC fave, herself. So the Cruise Show at the Cruise Show, that's CRUZ on Twitter, said, at The Stallion lists her top 5 female MCs of all time, at Lil' Kim, at Missy Elliott, at The Real Eve, at Foxy Brown, Megan Thee Stallion. Then they posted a link to the full interview, right? So Bossip goes on to say, we not mad. However, the group that was mad and are eternally mad were the Barbz. The Barbz need to come for Bossip. The Bossip people were talking about the Kingdom and the Barbz. This is wrong. Apparently, some of them were a little upset that Miss Nicki Minaj wasn't on Megan's greatest of all time list. So somebody named Tinashe says they trying to erase Nicki Minaj as hip hop rap queen, like they're trying to erase slavery in the history books. Not gonna happen. Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious. It's actually true, but it's hilarious. Luckily, the internet swiftly silenced any Meg slander with some pointed tweets. Somebody named K Crump Minaj says, some of y'all making a big deal over a top 5 list. So Megan didn't put Nicki in her top 5 doesn't mean that she doesn't respect Nicki or don't like her. Y'all tripping. If you're really tight over that, you need help. Well, I just realized something. This Bossip article is 6 pages. What the hell? So somebody named Melanie says, Megan is my B word. So until she throws blatant shade at Nicki, she's my B word. Y'all can be mad at a list all day. Let's see, the next person. Tremaine says, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion like each other. So don't y'all start this beefing. Shh. Charles says, some of the Barbz are mad at Megan. For why? She literally is a Nicki fan. Try someone else. Not that one with the finger pointing up emoji. Carisha Please says, the same reason some Barbz are upset by Megan not mentioning Nicki is the same reason Nicki herself was upset with Cardi. Y'all want all female hip hop artists after Nicki to suck her CLIT. There's a difference between paying respect and that. See, at Nate Clip says, I swear, if y'all bully Megan to the point where she doesn't claim Nicki anymore, I'm hanging up my Barb card. All right, y'all, that's the end of the article. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. I need everybody's opinion on this. Do you feel as if Megan Thee Stallion shaded Nicki Minaj? You gotta understand something. This is her top 5, right? Greatest of all time. She named herself as opposed to naming Nicki. I'm gonna say, hell yeah, that was some shady Really? I mean, let's just be real here. First of all, Lil' Kim is the greatest female rapper that ever existed, right? Lil' Kim had the best bars of any female rapper in the history of hip hop. Some people might say Remy Ma or Rod Digga or Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn Hill didn't really rap that much, unfortunately. But let's just be real here. As far as lyricism is concerned, Lil' Kim got that. I mean, as far as like bars, like Remy has the hardest bars, but it's like Lil' Kim had the flow and the delivery. She has a good voice to be a rapper. She has a lot of other things that definitely work to her advantage. I mean, Remy's voice isn't that great. Her flow is kind of like, same flow, pretty much every song. She has things that she could work on as a rapper. It's like, I guess technically bars like punchlines, metaphors, similes, that type of stuff. I guess Remy is the queen of that. And then like Little Kim is the overall MVP, greatest of all time. Modern times, we got to give that to Nicki. Up and coming, Mariah Lynn, Rise the Violin, my baby. And y'all can go ahead and get mad at all y'all want about me co-signing Mariah Lynn the way that I do. And yeah, I clit ride Mariah Lynn. That's facts. Tongue first. What's good? Who wants to argue with me about that? Come to my comment section. Cash me in the comment section. How about that? Y'all already know I love Mariah Lynn. So stop playing, right? But this is the thing, though. Little Kim is the greatest of all time. Nicki Minaj is the greatest that's doing it right now. Remy Ma has the best punchlines. The best, I guess you could say, lyrics, not necessarily subject matter or whatever. Lauryn Hill had the greatest subject matter of all time and would have been the greatest female rapper easily if she rapped more. Little Kim would have won that over. I mean, Lauryn Hill, damn. Lauryn Hill would have easily been the greatest. See, Lauryn Hill would have beat out Little Kim if she would have just rapped more, because she rapped about more things. Like Little Kim rapped about a lot of different stuff. She was versatile, but she couldn't do like the positive stuff. Like Lauryn Hill could talk about how she's cock weasel, but she'll still cave a chest. She could talk that ish, but she could also do songs like "Do Wop That Thing." And like I said this before, man, I couldn't imagine any of these female rappers, not even Nicki, doing a song like "Do Wop That Thing." Remy couldn't do that type of song. You know, none of these new female rappers who look, walk, talk, act, and dress alike. You know, as Nicki Minaj said, you B-words is my sons. And that's the truth, because pretty much the modern day female rapper is like the Nicki Minaj clone, usually watered down. That's the thing I like about Remy. See, but Remy came out before Nicki, you know. Remy doesn't look, walk, talk, act, and dress like a Nicki clone, you know. And damn, how do I say this? It's like Nicki Minaj pretty much ruled female rap for like 10 years. If you say that you didn't get anything from Nicki running that ish for 10 years, you's a mother blinking liar. Nicki gave some mojo to a lot of these male rappers too, low key. You know what I mean? Like Nicki is a living legend. And some of y'all might say, well, Meat, nobody was allowed to play on the court against the Queen. It was like the industry stopped to open up a lane specifically for Nicki. Well, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and argue with you about that. It seemed as if the music industry did not want to give another female rapper the type of push that they gave Nicki during that time. You know, Trina was out. Remy came out of jail in 2014. In the last 5 years, she's made a little bit of noise. She had the, I think, double platinum song with Fat Joe, All the Way Up. And, you know, it's like she did what she could do, but Remy is not like a hit after hit mainstream artist. She's always tried to be that artist to have like the Billboard hits and stuff like that, instead of, you know, creating a special lane. It's like Remy is a special artist. I don't know. Well, I'm sure she knows that she's been. I'm sure Papoose done drilled it in her head how special she is. But what I'm saying is, like, Remy Ma should have created a lane. Like, whether y'all realize it or not, Nicki carved out a niche, a nice niche for herself. A lot of y'all might say, well, Nicki is just the epitome of commercial hip hop. She's this pop artist that calls herself a rapper or whatever. And you know, there was rumors of Safari writing songs for her and stuff like that. A lot of y'all might be like, man, Nicki Minaj is just some commercial boob industry plant or whatever. No, Nicki was the genuine article. She was a street chick rapper who got picked up by Lil Wayne because he saw the potential in her, and she became something much bigger than the chick who was rapping on DVDs. You know what I mean? Like, what it is that Nicki Minaj is, when I say that she carved out a niche for herself, if you really actually listen to what Nicki was doing musically, if you really take it back, people always compared her to Lil' Kim. And that's because Lil' Kim is the greatest female rapper of all time. She's the female GOAT. She's like, well, like Hove, like what Jay-Z is to male rappers, or you know, there's a certain list of rappers that we could throw in there that are like the greatest of all time. If you're into the underground battle rap, you might say, well, Cannabis is the greatest of all time. Or, you know, if you're into the mainstream stuff, you might say, well, I like Eminem or 50 Cent or some other big name. Or if you're into some like real hip hop, straight up lyricism, you might say, well, the greatest male rapper of all time, it got to go to Andre 3000, or you might be a little old school. You might say, well, I say Busta Rhymes the greatest of all time, whatever. But you got to look at it like this. As far as Nicki Minaj's aesthetic, if you really pay attention to her style, the stuff that she was talking about, the way that she talks about it, like her whole, I hate to use this word, but swag, Nicki's whole thing is like, if you take away the colorful wigs, which you could compare to Lil' Kim, right? If you take that part away and some of the fashion choices, not all of them, but some of the fashion choices, we never saw a chick like Nicki Minaj before. If you really think about it, she really, remember, people said that she was like a Lil' Kim clone when she very first came out, which was not totally true. But if you go back and listen to when we first heard Nicki Minaj rap, she's for the most part an original artist. That's why she's iconic. Like, she really is a living legend. I'm not just saying this trying to gas Nicki, because I don't like Nicki Minaj as a person. I think that she's a piece of crap. I really do. I think she's just lame. I think she looks good and she raps good when she really, really tries. She can really rap when she really wants to. But she was one of the very few original female rappers. She's really special. As far as the truly special female rappers, you got like somebody like Missy, but Missy's not really a lyricist. Her lyrics are dumb, but she's actually, in some ways, the female rapper you could say Nicki Minaj is most like is Missy. Because if you really look at the way that they presented themselves, Nicki Minaj always painted herself as a cartoon character, just like Missy. But Nicki always presented herself as like a sexy cartoon character, like if Jessica Rabbit were a rapper. Or she's a bit of a seductress, but she's also a zany. Some people were calling her weird when she first came out, for example. She was like kind of like the Lady Gaga of hip hop, if you really think about it. The crazy outfits, the facial expressions, we never saw anything like that. It was like, what the fuck? Like, what does she do? Who is this woman and what is she doing? Like, Nicki was just like, she was a total character. And nobody on the record label, Tyga, Lil Wayne, Drake, the Young Money team, they did not act like that. Female rappers didn't act like that. And if you pay attention, she was like trolling us with a lot. I mean, she even wore a hot pink chicken wing necklace, a big old hot pink chicken wing on a gold chain. Stupid looking as hell. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type this in on a search engine. Nicki Minaj chicken wing necklace. All right, the heifer actually wore one. Pathetic. It's true, but it got people's attention and it got people talking. My whole point is this though. Nicki Minaj, in my opinion, is an original female rapper. For the most part. She may have got a little bit of this or a little bit of that from here and there from certain people. Like maybe, a little bit from Lil' Kim. But for the most part, the way that she raps, her style, definitely the way that she, like her flow, her delivery is definitely not like anything we've heard before. The voice changes and the schizo, psycho, crazy stuff that she does when she's trying. She's Roman, please. All this stuff. It's like theater. It's a form of acting. It's like Broadway hip hop. If you really think about it, it's actually ingenious. And like it always annoyed me. And I'm like, why does this chick just rap? But that type of stuff gets people's attention. And like the younger fan base, like they like that zany sort of stuff. Like I'm more like a traditional hip hop person. Like give me some Wu-Tang and I'm good. But I understand that Nicki had to do what she had to do to stand out, and she sure as hell did it. So shout out to Nicki, man. Like Nicki is the greatest female rapper who's doing it. And she's special. Remy Ma special in her own way. So is Missy. So is Da Brat. Shout out to Da Brat, the most underrated, unappreciated female rapper of all time. I love Da Brat. She does not get her credit. Whenever it's time to talk about the greatest and this, that, and the third, nobody mentions Da Brat's name. I'm tired of that. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about it below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. Whose side are you on in this situation? Megan's, do you think she was shading Nicki or nah? And what do y'all think about this? Trina needs to retire. A 41-year-old shaking her behind on stage is annoying. You haven't had a good record in 20 years. Trina, please retire. Me Magazine.